Atlanta's hip-hop scene just went from crunk to chaotic. Because y'all, it looks like the king of the might have just been dethroned on camera. Yep, a so-called private video allegedly featuring Lil Scrappy just dropped and the internet. Oh, it's on life support. Twitter's in flames, Instagram's a war zone. And TikTok detectives are clocking in for overtime trying to figure out, what did we just witness? Is this the biggest celebrity takedown of the year? Or just another episode of When Exes Attack? And get this, the one who lit the match? None other than his ex-wife Bambi, who apparently decided peace was overrated. She didn't post a quote, she didn't throw shade, she dropped evidence. Or did she? Because depending on who you ask, this so-called clip is either career-ending proof or the most savage PR stunt of 22.5. So what's really going on behind the viral chaos? What's in this video that's got even Scrappy's closest friends switching to airplane mode? Buckle up, because this isn't just tea. This is boiling Atlanta lava. Lil Scrappy, the so-called king of Atlanta hip-hop, has once again found himself at the center of chaos. But this time it is not about a new track, a collaboration, or a chart-topping hustle. The latest scandal erupted when a video, allegedly featuring a heated confrontation between him and his ex-wife, Bambi, surfaced online, immediately sending social media into a frenzy. For those who thought Scrappy's previous public spats and reality TV antics were the peak of drama, this clip may prove otherwise. Sources claiming insider knowledge have described the footage as intense, with Scrappy pacing the room, visibly agitated, his voice trembling between frustration and desperation, while Bambi maintained a cold, calculated calm that suggested she had been waiting for the perfect moment to release this evidence. The clip itself was shaky and distorted, yet the tension was palpable even through the poor quality. And it did not take long for fans and armchair detectives alike to pause, replay, and scrutinize every gesture, every word, and every glance, speculating wildly about what had led to this explosive moment. The argument, according to these anonymous insiders, is not simply about old relationship grievances, but touches on long-buried secrets that could potentially tarnish Scrappy's career in ways no reality TV fight ever could. The timing of the release only adds to the drama, appearing precisely when Scrappy was rumored to be preparing for a major career move, making it unclear whether this is a personal act of revenge or a calculated attempt to control the narrative. Social media erupted with speculation, ranging from financial controversies to alleged betrayals. And while some fans defended Scrappy as if he were the last hope of integrity in the Atlanta rap scene, others quickly rallied behind Bambi, praising her courage to reveal the so-called truth. The intensity of public reaction is unlike anything seen in previous incidents, with comment sections flooded with conflicting theories, influencers and reality stars weighing in on the chaos, and ordinary fans dissecting the footage frame by frame, trying to make sense of every gesture, tone, and word. Even those who claimed to be uninterested in celebrity drama found themselves drawn in, sharing theories, debating motives, and questioning the authenticity of the clip. Every new post, every cryptic comment, and every possible leak adds another layer to a story that already feels far too intricate to follow, leaving the public desperate for clarity while simultaneously fueling the frenzy. It is the kind of spectacle that thrives on ambiguity, where the line between truth and manipulation is impossible to determine, and where every small detail, from a hand gesture to a shift in tone, is dissected and blown out of proportion. As the video circulated, it became clear that the real power of this scandal does not lie solely in what is visible in the footage, but in how the story has captured the imagination of fans. Commentators, the clip has ignited questions that may never have clear answers, such as what prompted Bambi to release it now, what secrets the video may contain, and how Scrappy's reputation will survive the relentless scrutiny of a public that cannot stop talking about it. The first wave of chaos has set the stage for what promises to be an unfolding saga filled with drama, speculation, and escalating tension that shows no signs of slowing down. As the video continued to circulate, the chaos only intensified with every passing hour, And fans, influencers, and self-proclaimed insiders all scrambled to interpret what they were seeing, each claiming to have discovered hidden meanings or secret agendas behind every word and gesture in the clip, with some alleging that Scrappy's frustration was about more than just personal disagreements and hinting at financial disputes and other unverified dealings that supposedly painted a far darker picture of his private life, while Bambi's icy composure suggested to observers that she had meticulously orchestrated this release to maximize its impact. And the timing, according to multiple anonymous sources, could not have been more calculated, coinciding with Scrappy's rumored plans for new projects and public appearances, forcing fans to wonder if this was a coincidence or a part of a larger scheme to undermine his reputation, just as he was attempting to regain momentum in the music scene. And as the clip was dissected, every reaction on social media became its own story, with thousands of comments debating everything from the tone of Scrappy's voice to the expressions on Bambi's face, as memes and exaggerated reenactments of the confrontation began spreading like wildfire, amplifying the narrative far beyond what the original footage could convey. And then came the leaked reports, supposedly from people close to the situation, claiming insider knowledge of lavish spending and questionable decisions that allegedly fueled the tension between the two, some suggesting extravagant gifts were used to cover up deeper betrayals, while others claimed there were hidden recordings and messages that could reveal secrets nobody had expected. And fans clung to every rumor as if it were gospel, debating endlessly whether Scrappy had been set up or whether Scrappy's clip finally exposed the truth that everyone had been whispering about for years. While public reactions reached a fever pitch, with celebrities chiming in and taking sides, some defending Scrappy, others praising Bambi for exposing the alleged truth, and even casual viewers who had never watched a single episode of reality television found themselves drawn into the controversy, refreshing their feeds obsessively to see what new twist had emerged. And the pressure mounted as every new post or cryptic comment was dissected, with speculation ranging from secret relationships to betrayal and deception that could have long-term consequences for Scrappy. And meanwhile, industry insiders hinted at possible consequences behind the scenes, suggesting that record labels and event promoters were quietly monitoring the fallout to determine how this scandal could affect future collaborations and appearances. And as the arguments continued to be replayed and analyzed, some viewers began theorizing about motives, pointing fingers at former friends, alleged new partners, or even business associates, claiming that the entire situation was a perfect storm of personal vendettas, financial stress, and calculated exposure, while others remained skeptical, insisting that the clip could have been manipulated or selectively edited to create maximum drama, and every angle added to the suspense, leaving the audience desperate to uncover the truth. But the more they speculated, the more tangled the story became, creating a viral narrative that seemed unstoppable. A perfect example of how a single clip could ripple across social media, ignite public debate, and leave even the most casual observer wondering what had really happened behind closed doors. And in the midst of all this chaos, one thing became undeniably clear. The scandal had taken on a life of its own, feeding on every comment, every reaction, and every whispered rumor, making it impossible to predict what would happen next. And by the end of the first 24 hours, the story had already transformed from a simple personal dispute into a full-blown spectacle that was captivating the internet and showing no signs of slowing down. The fallout from the viral clip did not stop at social media chaos because, as the story continued to spread, legal and professional consequences began to loom over Lil Scrappy in ways that no one had initially anticipated, with rumors circulating that his management team and record label were frantically assessing the potential damage, while legal experts speculated about defamation claims and the possible involvement of law enforcement, if any of the allegations in the video were substantiated. And fans debated endlessly whether Scrappy would fight back publicly or retreat quietly, while others pointed out that Bambi's calculated timing and the clarity of her statements suggested she was fully prepared for the storm she had unleashed, making it impossible for Scrappy to simply ignore the situation. And the drama only intensified when additional sources, claiming anonymity of course, alleged that Bambi possessed more evidence, including messages and recordings that could shed light on actions Scrappy had supposedly taken in private, fueling a frenzy of speculation that ranged from financial misconduct to personal betrayals. And as the days went on, even casual viewers who had initially scrolled past the first clip found themselves drawn back into the narrative,